From the Idol stage to the Billy Bush Show, Paul McDonald from Idol in the house. Hey, brother.
What's going on,
You're
man?
a good-looking man, brother.
Dude, you're a good-looking man yourself. We should party together.
Absolutely. Well, you're closer in age to me than some of the other ones, but still, you're a young man compared to me. How you doing, man? You comfortable enough? I mean,
Yeah,
you weren't
man.
expecting it, but how you doing now?
I'm hanging in. You know, it was I wasn't expecting too much of anything when I auditioned for the show, and to make it this far has been unbelievable. You know, I'm an artist. I've been touring with my band, doing original material for years. So to come in and try to do covers week to week was super tough for me. And eighth place is good, and I feel like I did all right. So
There's a lot of people making some big money who didn't even make it to the top 5 in American Idol.
that is very true. That is
Everybody
very true.
knows you now. It's a nice introduction. From here, you hopefully take the Daughtry path and sell over 6 million albums as he has to
That would be
date.
nice, yeah.
For sure, right? Have you made sense of why you got voted off out of the top 13? First guy to go, why you?
I haven't really thought too much about it. It's one of those things. My vibe is kind of, indie roots rock and roll kind of stuff, and I don't know if that's the main, big top 40 kind of stuff that America was looking to pick the next American Idol, which is fine with me because I know exactly who I am. And maybe they were hating on the rose suits. I thought they were pretty legit though.
Those are
But,
sweet. They're not gonna mind these American Eagle patches you have on this shirt either.
These are pretty sweet too, man.
I got to check out your wardrobe. Was your wardrobe more Elton John, or is it more?
It's more like vintage thrift stores all over the U.S. Like I said, my band toured all over the country, and wherever we go, we'll try to stop in like little thrift shops or vintage clothing areas all over the country, and I tend to find some cool stuff. So, and it's cheap, So
Clothing line, bro. Have you thought about this down the road? You got your own look. You've definitely got your own thing, so why not?
maybe so. Yeah, start up some vintage clothing. Some bolo ties, maybe some rhinestone shirts or something. I don't know.
Why not? You and Dolly Parton.
Yeah, me and Dolly Parton could hang out. Yeah.
His and her. Where do you see your life right now? Where do you see your life going right now, Paul? Do you see I'm going to live in L.A., I'm going to live in Hollywood, I'm going to do that circuit, I'm going to go back to Nashville, I'm going to live that life, and where do you see yourself going?
It's a tough decision because right now, the guys are back home in Nashville with my band. My lease runs out in August, and we're doing this tour. So I don't know, man. I might move out. I've got a bunch of friends in L.A., so I might move out here for a while, feel out the scene a little bit, and do a bunch of writing. There's a bunch of producers out here that I want to work with, and I don't know. I might go back and forth, because I've got kind of places to stay in both areas. So,
Well, I wonder, being the older guy on the Idol crew, they're the Idol cast,
Yeah.
I guess. What was that like fitting in with? What kind of conversations do you have with Laura and Elena, who's 16 years old?
It is. It's funny hanging out with a bunch of high school kids, and it felt like my humor kind of went from adult to I kind of dropped down to the high school kid that I used to be. I'm like busting out fart jokes and stuff. I'm like, wait a second, I'm 26 years old. What am I doing here? But the kids make me feel young again. I'm like, yeah, dude, yeah, that's all. It's fun hanging out with them, and they're so fresh and like They're kids, man. So their energy is unbelievable, and it was fun just hanging out with them and vibing with these kids. They're cool.
Who did you make an unlikely friendship with? A little bond.
Oh man, Lauren Elena's like my little sister. She was super cool. Actually, a very unlikely friendship.
She was crying when you got voted off.
I know.
The tears in her eyes were big.
Yeah, she cries when everyone leaves. I was like, don't cry. I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna win this thing. So you're gonna have to cry sometime.
You're gonna tour with me all summer long,
Yeah.
babe.
And she's like, I'm gonna miss you. I'm like, dude, I'm coming back in like 3 days. Come on, But she's a super cool kid. And Jacob was my roommate. That was one that I didn't expect.
Whoa, you and Jacob
Dude,
Lusk were roommates?
We lived together for a few weeks. It was very uncomfortable at first, but after like the 5th time seeing him walk around in his underwear and creeping me out, I kind of just turned my cheek and was like, I'm just gonna do it. But
He'd probably say the same thing about you.
he probably would.
I see that creep in his underwear one more time.
Yeah.
Does he snore? Tell us something about the Lusk man.
He snores.
Snores like a bear,
he
right?
Snores like a bear, but he passes out like literally. I could be watching TV or doing whatever, and he is asleep out hard, and you could be like, Jacob, and he won't wake up. You literally have to go there and punch him. So he slept through a bunch of calls in the morning. He had to take taxis, and he's getting. And I'm like, but he's a good dude too.
That's outstanding. What about just on the periphery of being in Hollywood and being on a big show and having a lot of attention on you, what kind of cool things have you gotten to do? What's one of the great memories?
Oh, man. My favorite part of the whole show, just because I've been touring and working so hard as an artist, trying to do my own thing for so long, one of my favorite parts ever was singing background when Stevie Wonder came out on stage. That's something that, I'll remember forever. That's something that only a handful of people can say they've done, and that literally made me like tear up. I'm like, this is not supposed to be happening. Like it takes, like you have to be a super pro to get to that point, and that was really cool.
Hate to hit you with this one, but it's actually the third time I've hit with it today. You met a nice girl along the way. Now, you're not a single man, are you, Paul?
I know, yeah. I got suckered in from one of these L.A. ladies, so she's super cool. She's been good to me so far, and she's pumped up about everything going on. So
to be fair, to be real, we're talking about Nikki Reed from Twilight. Did she come up to you, or you go up to her?
Yeah, she came up to me whenever we first went to the Red Riding Hood kind of premiere thing back in the day. But yeah, she's super sweet, man. Real good, genuine, cool girl. So.
Outstanding. And you don't get much time to go out on dates or do anything like that.
No, there's been not really too many
weird,
dates.
Right? It's like, nice to meet you. See you in a month.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it's been, But we make time every once in a while. She's busy, I'm busy, so we'll hang out every once in a while.
She came into this radio studio, and we had a lot of fun. We had a great time with Nikki Reed here.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a picture.
Take
a picture, and you're going to have to email it to her and tell her I said hello.
I will do, man.
Now, where do you have to go do a bunch of press and all that, but you stay in L.A., and you'll be back on Idol, for the finale, right?
For the finale, yeah. I think, I fly out to New York, I believe, tomorrow, and then I come back. I'm out there for a few days. I come back here maybe either this week or next week to start rehearsing for the finale, which means I have like 2 or 3 days off, and then I'll start working again, which is good. That's why Lauren Elena's like, I'm going to miss you forever. And I'm like, dude, I'll be back on Friday or something like that. So,
do you stay in the hotel or do you stay in the house?
Well, I've been kicked off away from the contestants. I'm way far away, so I'm not really sure where I'm going to be staying.
I got a guest house if you want to just pop a
dude,
squad.
I'll just come over. We'll hang out.
Love to have you over. You got to just play a little for us tonight.
I'll play some tunes. We'll hang out. It'll be good times.
That'll be your rent.
All right, yeah, perfect, man. I can do that. I'm poor, but I can play guitar.
What about Steven Tyler, Jennifer Lopez, Randy Jackson? Any of the judges impart some real wisdom on you that, I don't know, that affected you?
They all the guys kind of knew what I was doing beforehand with my career before the whole Idol stage came along, and they've told me, throughout just be yourself, stay true to who you are, and I try to do my best through that on the show. It's always hard to choose songs and try to make them better than the original artist. And I've got one of the kind of voice that is hard to make these songs better than the original because I've kind of got my own vibe, and that was tough. But they said stay true to yourself, and do your thing because you are who you are. No one sounds like you. Be
True.
you and do your thing, and that's what I've worked for the past 5 years to try to be like nobody else and do something that no one's seen. So.
What do you want to do now that you have any movies you want to see, or you get a little bit of free time
I
on your hands? A little bit.
I don't even know what I'm going to do. I feel like there's freedom, but there's not yet. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might
go hike Runyon Canyon.
That's what I've been told.
Go hike Runyon Canyon.
That is what I've been told. I love hiking. I love camping. So I wanted to take a trip to Joshua Tree coming up because I've never been out there. I want to kind of camp, chill, and write for a little bit out there. And I might run the canyon, Yeah.
Why not?
I need to get in shape, man. I've been eating all kinds of fatty chicken and stuff they've been feeding me, so.
Paul McDonald on the Billy Bush Show tonight. Buddy, you're a good man with a unique voice. David Foster told me all you need is a unique sound, and you have it, buddy.
Thank you so much, man. We'll
Pleasure.
party soon.
I'd love to.
I'll come over and play some guitar.
You're a good